What's going on YouTube? This is Anthony back here again. This is my 14th video. Thank you for tuning in. And I haven't been here in a while. Honestly, I had something odd happen to me, but I had an infection in my kidney. And I don't really know what it's due to. I mean, it's very rare for men to get that, but the only thing that I've changed in my life at this moment is I've done semen retention. I started taking creatine for a month, and then I've also been taking nicotine. The nicotine pouches that you put in your gum. And the only thing that I believe that could cause that kind of kidney infections, because I have heard there's a downside to creatine. So I think creatine is what caused that thing to happen, the kidney infection to occur. And so I got really sick. I had a fever. I was pissing out blood. And I'm telling you, it's the craziest thing when you have chunks of coagulated blood coming out your pee hole. Sorry to be so graphic, but that's what happened to me at 4 a.m. And it's like, you nearly freak out, but then, you start doing your research. I was about to go to the emergency room, but I was like, I'm not going to spend that much money because I don't have health insurance. So I was just like, most likely it's a UTI because of semen retention. There's no way it's an STD. I haven't had sex with anyone the last time I had unprotected sex was with my ex-wife. And that was over a year ago. And that's the only person that I've had unprotected sex with. If I sleep around, in the past, if I slept around with someone I didn't really know for too long, I would use protection. But thank God I'm past that. I'm getting better. I was prescribed antibiotics, and anytime you take antibiotics, you got to make sure you start taking probiotics again because it destroys your gut biome, and then it could lead to mental issues, to stress issues due to the lack of probiotics in your gut. But what I wanted to talk about today, it doesn't really deal with semen retention. It's just something that happened to me today. So I mentioned a few videos ago that I never spoke to my crush, and then I ended up speaking to this other girl that I saw at the gym. And the only reason I spoke to her was because I saw her at the park and at the gym. So it was like one day I just said hi to her, like, hey, I've seen you here. And then when I saw her at the park, the thing is, I remember seeing her like maybe 4 years prior. So I've seen this person around for a long time. So I decided, hey, I'm just gonna say hi, be friendly. And the thing is, we spoke a few times, but not too long. It was just like we kept it. I kept it very friendly. I don't think I showed that I was interested in her in a romantic way. And the thing is, she totally ignored me today. And look, I gotta be honest. Deep down inside, maybe it hurt like a little bit because it was just like, what? Like, I was working out. She walked past by. She said hi to some other guy that was like next to me, and then she just completely ignored me, and I was looking straight at her. And I was like, maybe she thinks I'm busy. And the thing is, I've seen her at the gym many times, but I don't always say hi. Because the thing is, at the gym, most people they're chit-chatting with their friends, and they waste a lot of time. And I'm the kind of person, I like to personally go in, get my workout done as quickly as possible, and then head home. And then, so if I see somebody working out and they're like into the workout and I know them, I'm just gonna, it's not that I'm ignoring them, I'm just respecting their workout. That's it, right? So as I was leaving, I saw her, and I walked right past her. I waved at her. I was like, what's going on? Like, it was just weird because we said hi to each other like so many times these past like maybe month and a half, and then I was just like, I don't know if this was wrong with me to do, but I just tapped her shoulder. I was like, hey, how are you? And that was it. And then, so I just left like dumbfounded. I was like, what in the world did I do to this girl? Unless, she's ignoring me because she's feeling something towards me. That's the only thing that that comes to my mind. Maybe she knows I'm friend zoning her. Because the thing is, yeah, I'm like, I spoke to her in a friendly manner. There was no intent on my side of like really, it's just surface level talking, chit chat, and then she just ignored me today. So it was like, and at first it was just like, okay, I left the gym like, what just happened? It was just like, wow, she's just gonna like pretend like we haven't been talking to each other this past month. And but at the same time, it hurt maybe like a little bit deep down inside. But honestly, it's like, to me, it's like, well, she doesn't want to talk. She doesn't want to talk. I wasn't even into her, so I'm not really losing anything. And sometimes people are just weird in that manner. I mean, honestly, there was nothing that I believe that I did to her, which was like, oh, like something disrespectful or anything like that. So I don't know. Some people, I guess, are just crazy, and you gotta let them go. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, like, that's the main story. I don't know what else to talk about. Like, I've just gotten the same old. Well, honestly, okay, I've been going through a rough moment, and it's because, I don't know, maybe it was around the same time last year that I got divorced. The divorce was finalized July 7th. So I don't know if my body is going through that emotional wave again during this time, because it hasn't completely healed. And the thing is, I felt in maybe April, March that I was healed from my divorce. I just felt like it doesn't bother me, it doesn't affect me anymore. And the thing is, it's weird like how things, I don't think there's no such thing as coincidences, right? So basically, I'd finally decided to move out of where I'm living, and I'm moving to another home. And the thing is, as I was packing, I found these 2 cards that she gave me. I think one for Valentine's Day, one for my birthday. And when I read them, yeah, it saddened me a little bit. And the thing is, I didn't know they were there because she took everything, like almost every picture that I had with her. I don't know why, but she took everything that was related between me and her. And when I saw the card, it was like one of the first things that got to me in a while. And this was probably like after April, after I mentioned right now that I was doing really good. I was speaking with my dad and my mom. I was like, I think I'm finally past this. I'm finally past the divorce and everything. But at the same time, here's the thing. I was probably doing semen retention like 100%. I'm talking about 100% in that you're not only abstaining from sex, from porn, from everything, but I wasn't doing any drinking. I smoked cigars sometimes. I wasn't doing any cigars or nicotine pouches. I wasn't on my phone. I wasn't addicted to my phone. And the thing is, the reason is I lost my AirPods. So at work, I usually carry my AirPods, put them in, go through the day, listening to music all day or listening to YouTube. And so at the beginning of around maybe mid-April, I lost them. And it took me like a month or month and a half to buy new ones. And the reason why I waited so long was because on on the Finding app, to find your AirPods on the iPhone, it showed that my earbuds were in my house. I had the case, but I couldn't find the earbuds. And the last place that the earbuds were located were inside my home. And I looked for crazy that month. I looked everywhere, couldn't find them. And then, so I just waited. I was like, they're gonna be here. They're gonna show up eventually. So I just went to work. And since I did have my AirPods readily available, I would just once in a while put like a video or some music on my phone. But the thing is, I couldn't really pay attention to it because of the noises, the machines and everything. I just make way too much noise when I'm working. So it's not like I'm really hyper focused on the video or on the music. And so honestly, that was like one of the best months that I had in a really long time. And it's because I think it was because I wasn't addicted to my phone and I wasn't participating in learning. The thing is, learning anything in excess can be a bad thing. Even learning, and I believe what was happening to me was information overload. Like I like to learn about everything. I became Christian 3 years ago. Either I'm learning about the Bible, learning about science, and I'm not talking about conventional like science and physics that you learn in school. And I think some of that is BS. It's like some of it I feel like there's misinformation in our educational system. And I don't know if you guys have heard the conspiracy with Nikola Tesla. He had invented a few things that kind of like that were out of this world, and the government actually took control of his inventions. And so if you guys are interested in these other types of alternative like science, is basically one is called electric universe theory, and it's mostly like it gives you the answer really for what gravity is, for what dark matter is, or the ether, right? The thing is, the modern method of trying to explain physics doesn't put into account many things. And honestly, I honestly believe this world is more based on electromagnetic static or energy that flows through everything, and gravity is a result from all these electromagnetic waves and interactions between everything, right? And then what I like to study also, sacred geometry, which is like God's geometry or whatever, because it's like these beautiful patterns that occur in nature, and then you can remake them, you can draw them, and there's certain shapes, kind of like vortices, toroidal shapes, which is I don't know if you guys know what that is, but I remember even, sorry, I'm getting off topic for a little bit, but it's coming back to information overload. But I remember years ago, I saw a video from a scientist, which he believed that the way the heart works, because he mapped out the heart in kind of like a geometric, like he put a geometric picture with the heart. And he explained that the heart doesn't work in a pumping mechanism. Why am I having trouble talking? But it doesn't. We learned that the heart is like, it's like pumping, right? But it's not. What he was explaining is that it works more like a vortex. And this was years ago. This was maybe 2017, maybe, or 2016. So that's like 8 years ago. And then recently I came across an article on, I don't know if it was Forbes or what. Sometimes they put random science articles. And it was explaining that basically the heart, the way it pumps blood is in a kind of like vortex. The way the scientists said this 8 years ago, and this finally a well-known publisher is releasing this information saying that, yeah, it's a vortex. Basically, it works like basically create a vortex when you rinse a rag, right? When you rinse a rag, you're twisting it like that, and then blood kind of, I mean, you drain the water, the liquid from the rag, and the heart also does this kind of like this twisting vortex method to move blood throughout your system. And so I just thought it was interesting how I saw this from some guy on YouTube who studied sacred geometry, and then I'm seeing it 8 years later on the front page of Google. School isn't, I don't know, modern education, it's lacking a lot, and so yeah, I've always been science minded. So yeah, I avoided mental information overload, and I swear that was like one of the best months that I ever had in my life. I was perfect on semen retention, everything. And then I don't know if getting, after that month and a half of not having my AirPods, I was just like, I'm gonna buy some new ones. And I feel like I'm back in the same boat. Like I felt like I was there in April, and then this past month I've been doing like nicotine pouches, a little bit of tobacco cigars, and I feel like all of that is just not contributing to me feeling the best ever. At the moment, I don't feel like it's a big deal because it's just a little bit. I don't even smoke the full cigars. I smoke maybe like a quarter. That was like a week ago. But the thing is, I was doing way better before, and it's either I stop using my AirPods, I gotta like get back in line with everything. Just try to be the best that I can, try to be disciplined in every area of my life, even what I put into my body. So yeah, basically my story is just kind of, I don't know why. I think even in another, if I wasn't on semen retention, I think this would have affected me. It would have been crossing my mind even a lot more. And it's just like honestly, it's just like, what's wrong like with this girl? Like I didn't do anything to her, unless she thought I was ignoring her on purpose. But like I said, it's not that I think I'm better than you, that I would ever ignore you. It's just that I think you're busy working out, and I'd rather not bother you. So yeah, maybe she took it the wrong way, but hey, we all gotta do what we gotta do. So thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch y'all next time. Take care.